Hello everyone and happy Sunday. Today I wanted to come on and dress Rarity Emerald. Yeah, this is my big girl, Rarity Emerald, and she is the Gabbygail sculpt by Claire Taylor Dolls. Let me just adjust the camera. Yeah, I wanted to come on and dress her today. Okay, this is my big girl. She is not the biggest girl in my collection. Jules is the biggest. Jules were 6 to 9 months, and this is Rarity Emerald, and she is the Gabbygail sculpt, and she wears 0 to 3 months. Yeah, but I wanted to come on and dress her today. But first of all, let me mention this. You can sort of see that her hair is pretty dry. I find that this mohair gets pretty dry, and I'm mentioning that because I did have a subscriber ask me in the last video that I made with her if I use the product jam in her hair. Now jam, I'm very familiar with that because I used to buy that for my daughter. I used to buy that to like keep her edges down, but I don't use jam on my dolls, and I haven't used jam even on my daughter's hair for many years. So I don't even have it in my house right now, but it is something I'm very familiar with. But the reason why I'm mentioning that is because what I do is I spray lots of water on her hair and to moisturize it. Yeah. And I know lots of artists use jam because there was a very popular artist that had posted on Facebook that she used jam to tame some of the baby's mohair. Yeah. So I know that there are some that do. I don't understand how, because jam is so thick. How can I describe the texture? The texture, I can't even describe the texture. It's so thick that I can't even imagine it being put in the doll's hair. But apparently so, because I would think that if you put that in the hair, or maybe I'm guessing they just probably touch up like the edging. Maybe that's what it is. But I would think that if you put that in your baby's hair, you would need to wash that out, because I do recall that when you put it in the hair, it made, I think it made the hair a little bit like hard some areas, and you would need to wash it out. Like I said, this is something I used in my daughter's hair many years ago. She's 14 today, and she was she wasn't a toddler, but it was a very long time ago that I had used it in her hair. Alright, so anyway, let me go and continue. So I wanted to dress Rarity today, and I already changed her pampers. And just so you guys know that who are familiar with her, is that she was on a bigger body and I changed her body. I put her on a 21-inch body because she was on a 23-inch body. I just felt like the body was just a little bit too long, because looking at it on camera it looked perfect, and I thank everyone that told me that her body looked fine, because actually her original body is 22 inches, so the 23 didn't appear to be so different, but in person it just seemed to be long, like a little bit too long and a little bit too wide, just a little bit too wide. So I had decided to go on Dolls by Sandy, and I ordered her a 21-inch body. Yeah, so she's now wearing a 21-inch body, and I do prefer it. I love this size on her. Yeah, so let me go ahead and tell you what she's going to wear. She's going to wear, I'm supposed to cut this, guys, I'm right here. Just getting the scissors. Yeah, I just want to cut this. You know, some of these outfits have these plastic stuff on it, and this is 2 outfits together, so I just want to cut one off. Okay. All right, this is a romper by Old Navy in 0 to 3 months. The color is off-white, or should I say ivory, and it have like blue flowers. It's very, very pretty. Has blue flowers all over, and have like these ruffled sleeves. It's sleeveless, have these little ruffled sleeves, and the back, the flowers continues. It has like 2 snap opening at the back. And to accessorize this, she's going to wear these sandals by Old Navy in the navy blue. Yeah, it's pretty warm. I had another shoes here, but I don't think she's going to wear that because it's a close-in shoes. She's going to wear these sandals by Old Navy, and I find that these sandals run a bit small, so this is actually size 3 to 6 months, which is a size 2, but she actually wears size 1 in shoes. But I find that these sandals run pretty small, so it fits like a size 1. Yeah, so she's going to wear this. So today what I wanted to do is, in one of my videos of this baby girl, a subscriber had asked me a question, and I want to answer it on video. I also answered it in the comments, but I also do want to answer it in a video just in case I have any other subscribers that is wondering the same thing. Okay. So the question the subscriber asked is, does hubby know about this baby? Yeah, and I understand why the subscriber asked me that. The subscriber asked me that because my newest baby, my Oceanique Ashby, which is my partial silicone baby by Claire Taylor Dolls, which was also painted and rooted by Rachel Farrell of Shell's Babies Nursery. In that opening video, I did mention that hubby knew nothing about that baby. So I'm pretty sure that gave rise to the question, you know, does hubby know about this baby? So let me just go ahead and explain something. Because I understand that, you know, there are new subscribers every day. So for those who are new, who have not seen like my former videos, or my older videos I should say, probably won't understand some things. Okay, so first of all, I want to mention that hubby is aware of my hobby. My very first doll was purchased by him, and many other dolls was purchased by him. He bought me dolls for anniversary gifts, Christmas gift, birthday gifts. And my nursery is actually in my bedroom, and hubby and I sleep in the same bedroom, so he's aware of my babies. Plus my playpen, hubby had assembled the playpen on the side of my bed where I sleep. Plus I have 2 bounces next to the playpen. So he is very aware of my babies. But let me explain when I say certain dolls he was not aware that I had gotten. My very first reborn doll, I have lots of dolls. I have different brand dolls. I have American Girl dolls, my twin dolls, my siblings, my pal doll. I have about 4 different brand dolls. But the issue really with hubby, I would say over the last 1.5 years, and I'm saying that because the last the last baby hubby contributed to was my, and when I say contributed, I mean like when I have a birthday or Christmas, he would ask me what did I want, and then I would tell him. The last baby he contributed to was my little mini 10-inch baby boy, Cutie Patooties by Anna, little Kai. I think that was a gift for Christmas, yeah. And he had contributed the funds. That was the last time he contributed. But I find like after that, I don't know if it was because shortly after that was COVID. Now I'm assuming, I don't know. But like after that, I just need to turn her around. After that, see, your hair is very dry, so I'm going to have to like put lots of water on her hair to moisturize. Yeah, but I noticed like after that, I had asked hubby to I don't remember which baby I had asked him to contribute to, but he told me he thought I had too many dolls. He didn't see the need for any more dolls. And see, like I tried to explain to him, I don't buy or collect any more American Girl dolls or my twin dolls, stuff like that. I only collect the reborn dolls, but that doesn't make a difference to him. Far as he concerned, dolls is dolls. And at one point he had told me that I can sell dolls and just purchase a new doll, and I had agreed to that because you know that's pretty common in the community where to get a new doll we sell a doll. So you know that was absolutely no issue to me at all. So fine. But I noticed, like, because all my dolls, keep in mind that many of my dolls, when they came in, I had asked hubby to go to customs and clear my dolls, and he would bring them home. Many of my dolls. So he was aware when I got a new doll, even though many times I didn't ask him to purchase the doll. Like if there's a special occasion, many times he would give me funds and I would put it towards a doll or something. So it wasn't necessarily that I would ask him for a doll. It's just that whenever he gave me funds for a gift, let's say anniversary gift, Christmas gift, birthday gift, I just take the funds and I put it towards a doll. Yeah. And he was never the type like needed to see what I purchased. No. He was never that type that I have to show him what I purchased, or he need to see what his money contributed to. No, he was never that type. So, but I noticed like recently we started getting into debates about dolls, which never did happen before. And I don't know if that's because of the pandemic, you know, because his work schedule changed where he was at home more. The income changed because we have a little business where I live. And business wasn't the greatest because you have to keep in mind where I live, we had lots of lockdowns. And yeah, so you really had no visitors coming to the island where I live. So business changed financially. So I don't know if that was one of the reasons why we started complaining, like whenever I got a new doll. And he would know because I would ask him to pick up the doll from customs for me. And he would know it's a doll because, you know, customs have to check the package and stuff like that. So there was a time I had asked him to pick up a package for me. I had sold a doll and I had purchased a new doll. And when he went to customs and picked the doll up for me, he told me that that's the last doll, that I don't need to buy another doll. And I said to him, I didn't really buy the doll. I said, I sold the doll and I got this doll. I mean, he doesn't know that, you know, when you sell a doll, most likely when you sell a doll, you still have to add the difference to get your new doll, because many times when you sell a doll, you lose. You don't get exactly what you paid for the doll, plus with shipping fees and stuff. But, you know, he doesn't know that. So all I explained to him was that, you know, I sold a doll. And he always knows whenever I sell a doll, because I have to ship the doll out, which means I have to go to the airport like 5:30 in the morning. And guys, I'm not going to sneak out of my house 5:30 in the morning to ship a doll, because if hubby gets up and I'm not in the house, that's something I cannot explain. That's gonna look suspect, like I'm up to something sinister. So I would never take that chance. So hubby always know when I sell a doll, because when I'm at the airport, all packages, boxes, bags has to be checked. So every doll that I ship out, and you guys remember I shipped out lots of dolls recently. I shipped out Denali, which is my Kennedy partial by Rachel Farrell. I shipped out Safari La Leak, which is my Mindy by Adri Stowetti. Plus I sold 3 minis recently. So all of those were sold separately, which meant that hubby took me to the airport to ship out those dolls every time. So he knew I sold dolls. So but the reason why I prefer not to mention when I collect a new doll is because, like, out of the blue, he started saying that even selling a doll to replace for a new doll, he didn't see the sense in it. And that, to me, that didn't make any sense, because he was the one that suggested me doing that. And it was perfectly fine with me, because like I had said, that is common in the community. That is something that we always do. So when he suggested that, I just agreed. I didn't need to disagree. I didn't need to say, well, you know, that's something that we do. I just agreed. It made sense, and that's something that we do. Yeah, so therefore, this baby girl, when I receive her, what I started doing is, instead of asking hubby to pick up my packages from customs, I just picked them up myself. And that way he's not, he doesn't know that there was a new baby came in. Even though there's a chance, there's a possibility that maybe he might notice there's a new face. I don't know, because the other day, because this side of my bed here I sleep on, and right below is the playpen and 2 bouncers. And the other night he was laying on my side of the bed, which is something he never does. And he laid on this side of the bed because he was talking to me. I was sitting in the chair, and he was looking directly at Ocean. And I said to myself, I wonder if he noticed that Ocean is new. You see, and Ocean, to be honest, Ocean stands out in my nursery because she has the darkest complexion in my nursery. And he might have looked at her and said, now I've never seen this, like the expression on his face when he looked at her, like he really noticed her. He stared at her. And I felt like that's because she looked different from the other dolls in my collection. Likewise, he did a similar thing with Denali when Denali came in. Except that when I saw him looking at Denali, he smiled at me. when I saw him looking at Denali, when our eyes met, he looked at me, I looked at him, he smiled at me, he didn't say absolutely nothing, you know. So I don't know, like, he never said to me, well, that's a cute doll, or I like that one, or I don't like this one. Like, he never responded ever as to what he liked from what he doesn't like. So, but occasionally I noticed that, like, he would never stand up over the playpen and look at the babies in the playpen. I've never noticed him doing that. Or even if he did it, he probably did it like when I wasn't in the room. But I've never noticed him like noticing the dolls. But I think in some way he may know when there's a new doll, except he doesn't know when it came in. Likewise, he doesn't know exactly which dolls are leaving, because I always pack the dolls up to ship out, like not in his presence. So when I'm at the airport and customs is checking, they don't take the doll out completely. They just like would, the minute they see a limb, because keep in mind, when we shipping them, we normally have like the diaper on their face and they're wrapped in a blanket. So the minute they unwrap the blanket and see a limb, they just automatically knows it's a doll. So he doesn't know what doll leave, and he's not familiar with which doll comes in, I don't think. Yeah, so I just wanted to mention that. Yeah, and keep in mind too that all these babies that I purchase is purchased with my money. You see, and hubby doesn't, he's not someone who controls my money as to wanting to know what I bought and stuff like that. No, he doesn't do that. So whatever monies I have is mine. You see, so he doesn't ask questions like, where did this money go, or what did you do with that? No, he doesn't do that. Yeah, but he knows that I love my babies, and I've actually heard him compliment the babies in terms of like the realism. Yeah, so I think sometimes like when he does look at them, he might look at them in a sense to say how much they look real in that sense. But other than that, you know, he doesn't bother with the babies. Other than that, like, he doesn't hold them, he don't interact, he don't ask me questions, none of that stuff. Yeah, and he knows that I make videos. He knows that. There was one time I had asked him if he would join me in a video, and he said yes. You see, so his problem is just that when he think of my dolls, he think of my dolls on the whole, including American Girl dolls, my twin dolls, my siblings, my pal doll, my vintage toddler dolls, my reborn dolls. He see them as a whole, and to me, I don't. I only see my reborn dolls. That's all I see, because that's all I collect. I don't collect any other doll anymore except the reborn dolls. And when I say reborn dolls, also the partial, but because they're babies, I include all of them together. So because I only collect the baby dolls now, you know, that's why I continue to add more, which means letting go to add more. Yeah. And keep in mind, guys, when you're married, you have to pick your battles. You see, I'm not gonna argue that I brought in a new doll if I mean, especially knowing that I'm spending my own money. You see, and I'm not gonna argue that I sell a doll to bring in a doll. No. You see, so that's all. See, for me, I'm someone who can agree to disagree. You see, so that's just me. Yeah, so I just wanted to answer that question, just in case anybody else is wondering. Now look at this cutie pie. See, guys, why I have to spray lots of water on her hair, because her hair gets pretty dry. I'm gonna tell you, her hair gets pretty dry. Yeah, but I don't use any products in my baby's hair. I don't. So that's it, everyone. This is my big girl again. This is Rarity Emerald, and her name is Emerald because of her green eyes, and she was reborn by Miss Beverly from Beverly's Babies. And I'm a huge fan of Miss Beverly's Babies. If you notice, all of my babies are created by Miss Beverly except Ocean. Yeah, I'm a huge fan. I love Miss Beverly's Babies. Yes, definitely. So that's it, everyone. So thank you all so much for watching, and thank you so much to my subscriber for the question. Yes, and I welcome more questions. Okay, so thank you all so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.